Hey, fourth graders, it's Mr. Burr again. That's right, you had me in the classroom, and now, hopefully, you're watching me at home someplace, or in the car. So, this is the flipped classroom, and this is my first time, so I will do my best. Hopefully, these videos will get better as time goes by. With that said, let's talk about some math. Tomorrow's lesson, which is actually tonight's lesson, is dealing with some things that we learned today. For instance, line segments, we found out, have two endpoints, so I'm going to hold up a popsicle stick and pretend that these are my endpoints, and it cannot go any farther. Difference from today's lesson was a line is continuous in every direction, and we also discussed a ray, which has one endpoint and continuous in the other direction. We never use a ray gun to shoot ourselves. That would hurt. That's why I think about rays. They have an endpoint and they go on and on. But what I want to cover tonight in our flipped classroom is dealing with angles. And angles are really neat because they're everywhere. And what we're going to do is take some of our knowledge with line segments and convert that to angle understanding. So, if I take, voila, two popsicle sticks, we talked about how these are line segments, and I join them together, we just formed an angle. And if this happens to be a special angle called a right angle, when we have two angles forming a vertical line and a horizontal line, and a perfect L shape, we have a right angle. So, in my classroom and at home, where's my pointer? And can't find my pointer, but that's okay. Looking around the room, we have lots of right angles. If I happen to look up here, we have an example of a right angle coming together. If I look at my board and the F's and K's and my vocabulary wall, right angles, guess what? We're surrounded, walking around my room, right angles are everywhere. So, one of the things I want you guys to do tonight at home is to find some right angles in your house. If you can write those down, that would be great, and bring those in tomorrow. Real quick, we can have right angles, but we can have angles that are smaller. If we take our popsicle sticks, anything smaller than a right is called an acute angle. When they get really small, they're really cute. So cute. Also, talking about angles, where the two line segments come together is a vertex. So where my thumb is would be the vertex of my popsicle display. So, another quick example. We can name angles. Let's see. I'll get rid of Mount Evans information. We can name angles according to the vertex. Two line segments coming together. Our vertex, which is where angles meet, we'll call that B. We'll call this A, B, and C. So this angle would be considered angle ABC, always naming the vertex in the middle. We can call that angle ABC, or we talked about abbreviations today. We have an abbreviation for an angle. It looks like kind of a slanted L. So we can also call this angle ABC. One more way we can name it, we can name this angle CBA. Again, keeping our vertex B in the middle. Okay, so a little information about angles. We'll discuss obtuse angles maybe tomorrow. Let's move quickly to quadrangles. Okay, this is a cool word. Parents at home, if you know what a quadrangle is, that's pretty neat. But a quadrangle sounds difficult, but really it's just a four-sided figure, like the common square. Rhombus, trapezoid, rectangles. So if we kind of analyze this word, I like to really kind of put an emphasis on the word quad. We also have the word angles, and then we have the R. I'm not sure what that's all about. But a quad, we know from different examples, a quad might be a ATV that has 4 wheels. Other uses of quadrangles, obviously. I think a quadruped is animals that have 4 legs, like a horse. I was told that once. I think that's true. So tomorrow in the classroom as well, we'll be doing some demonstrations with straws, creating trapezoids and other quadrangles. Okay. And then finally, for tonight's lesson, we'll be talking about triangles. And I know you 4th graders know lots about triangles, but we'll be classifying them based on their angles and characteristics as well. So that, in a nutshell, is the first lesson from the flipped classroom. I'm Mr. Burr. I'll see you again tomorrow night.